I want to take my hat off in respect for teacher Alwin Bully. What a devastating loss. Just a few weeks ago, a month ago or so, I spoke to his sister-in-law, Rosalind Astafan, my dear friend, and she brought him on the phone, and the idea was to do an interview, but his voice, and I could understand him, but it was very halting because he had Parkinson's. And just this week, I communicated with his wife. He was going in. I said a prayer for him. I thought it was just some ordinary procedure. I didn't know we would lose him. It just speaks to how life is, and that each of us every day have an opportunity to make a contribution, to instruct, to teach, to share, to serve. And that's what Alwin taught us. I met Alwin Bully in 1972 at 11 years old. And in the afternoon, myself, Bobby Shaw, Mark Frampton, Linton Scotland, the students in 1C, Peter and Michael Garraway, Freddie Mondesi, Tony Charles, Jefferson Challenger, all of us were touched by his presence. He was by far the most dynamic. We were fortunate to have great teachers, but he was by far the most dynamic and iconic teachers of our generation. He taught English literature, but he was an artist. So in the afternoon at the technical wing, he would have art classes and the disappearing point. I remember him teaching us how you do a disappearing point. And so one afternoon, he said, Christian, want to help me with a carnival costume. It's a lady from Margaret. She was going in for carnival costume. Junior carnival queen. And she was going forward. Her name was Queen Thomas, or her nickname was Queen, and she won. And so every afternoon I'd be down there at the Tech Queen, bending wire with Alwin and so on. And I always remember when we were done that afternoon, he had about half a dozen tickets, complimentary tickets, and some big girls from the upper class came, and Alwin was a young, handsome fella, and he gave the tickets away and said, he said, Christian, I don't have any more tickets, but you can come, just help me push the costume into the park. And I did that, and I had to stay and so on. But over the years, he was a warm, kind, loving, brilliant, dedicated teacher. And one afternoon in 72, 73, he took the drama club, Mike, a guy called Ailey, Mark Frampton, and Pat Paul, a whole bunch of us, to the Teachers Training College, where they had the first video camera in Dominican history. And we acted out a Dracula movie. And I think I was Dracula or something like that, but it was all good. And Alwin again was there. So I think it was maybe the first film shot by video camera in Dominica. He did that. And so there were many things he did. He designed our flag after coming back from Cuba in 1977 with the middle part of the flag, red, standing for socialism. He was a guy who was conscious of our Creole culture, conscious of our African pride and our Carib and Kalinago antecedents, a man who gave beyond the call of duty. As I said, he'd come back in the afternoon, and it was the work he did after hours in the afternoon in drama, as part of the People's Action Theater, in art, that really colored our lives. So he wasn't a 9 to 5 or 8 to 1 teacher. He was a teacher 24/7, 365, and we will miss him. We love him, and may we always remember him and those like him who did much to give us pride in our beloved homeland, Dominica. To his wife, Anita, his relatives, his daughter, his friends, and to our distracted country, may we remember him. God bless you all, the bully.